Hi, good afternoon, Sun Stars. We are at our daily SFR meetup so that we can discuss our expos and learn from each other the tips and ideas that we took away from what we've watched today, yesterday, or over the weekend. So we're so glad you're here. This will save you some time and maybe direct you to where you might want to go. So we're just going to spend a few minutes together, and the way it works is I'm Shelly Sharp, and I have been matching shapes all day and putting together door prizes. So I can't wait to hear about your expo experiences. And I'm going to tag the first person to share, and once she's finished, she'll tag the next person. So Marie, you're to my left, and I would love to hear what expos you have been to today.
I have been working on the Change Your Perspective. Lots of them. I've watched Chelsea Otto. I loved hers. So I thought Heather had spoke this morning about trying them all. So I went back and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change my perspective. I'm going to watch them all. So I went back and I just got finished right before our Zoom, or right before this. I just watched Jess Markowitz, her Change Your Perspective. Oh my gosh. I have a whole page full of just notes from her because she's amazing. Her energy level is through the roof. She starts out with singing and dancing and gets you up out of your chair. It was great. I loved it. And she tells you, you have to decide to make the changes. You have to decide, and she puts it through you. Some of the things that she puts, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Whatever you think is how your business is going to come out. Whatever you put in your head and what you're thinking is what you're going to get in return, is what she says. I absolutely loved that one. I marked that as a number one after Chelsea.
Nice. Okay, great.
And Heather, thanks for that tip this morning about watching them all, because now I'm going back through watching them all.
I love it.
The next one I will pick is Lauren. Good afternoon, Lauren. We missed you this morning.
Well, I have not watched any yet. We had lots of renovating little projects that we did this weekend. Shelly knows Mondays for directors were really heavy on Zoom. So when I finished all of those, there was customer things I needed to do. This morning was appointment day, but that is what I'm going to be doing this evening while sorting orders. I've gotten, you know how that happens, like no shipments come and then all of a sudden you have like a castle you could build with boxes. So I'm going to be listening and sorting orders, and I wanted to get on to hear what you guys had to say so that way I could pick some first ones to attend. So, and I'll go ahead and tag Michelle.
Have to remember to unmute. Hi, Michelle Hendricks. I'm in Barnegat, New Jersey. So I'm just catching up the last 2 days. Honestly, I've been so crazy busy, 3 kids, trying to keep them all, happy. So I watched this afternoon, the 8 tips for the workstation, and then I watched the additional social platforms, and I actually did learn little tidbits in both, which I thought were good, and they were quick and simple. It wasn't like a long video, so I was appreciative of that. But I plan on watching a bit more later and finally catching up. And I will tell.
So Michelle, what was like something you learned like about the workstation that you didn't know, or social platform?
So I know that the calendar was there. Sorry, yeah. So I knew that the calendar is there, and I often kind of referred to it, but I didn't it never dawned upon me that that link was there, that I could sync it up with my calendar so I could get reminders.
Oh, I love that on my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you discovered that.
So yeah, a lot of times I go in and out and I just do what I have to do. I don't look around. So I was like, wow, okay, aha moment on just that, because I always feel like, I was telling Jillian, she's my sponsor and director. I'm always like a day late and $1 short. Like I miss out on everything. So So now I feel like, well, now if I do that, I have no more excuses. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So something so simplistic, but it can make a difference. And I'll tag Tiffany. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Tiffany, and I haven't watched a whole bunch, but I have seen, I listened to a couple yesterday. I'm trying to remember her name, Wendy Heath something. She's got 2 last names. She was really good. I've heard most of what Chloe Cox's was over because I had listened to her Coach the Coach previously. And those are probably my 2 top hitters. Jill McCarthy with Instagram and just being consistent in doing them all, posting in your stories, posting once a day, and just building up that consistency will help build the engagement up. So those are probably my top ones right at the moment. And I will tag, how about Nicole?
Hi guys, I'm Nicole. I am from Howell, New Jersey. I have not, unfortunately, been able to watch any. I had my daughter's birthday party all weekend and crazy couple days, but I do plan on watching tonight.
This kind of helps you though, right? Like gives you like, okay, I'm gonna go check that one out first, or I'm intrigued. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too.
it's been very hard with 3 kids being home and whatnot, and now that everybody's settled in and whatnot, I'm like, all right, now I can actually start watching as you hear them screaming in the background in the pool. I'm actually able to sit down and do something that I need to do for once.
Who wants to go next?
It won't let me go to anybody past you, Shelly, so.
That's fine. So who else has watched something they want to share? Heather, I know you've been watching all day. You want to share something?
Yep. Okay. Hi, guys. So for those of you who aren't on early and don't know me yet, I'm Heather. I am from Holiday, Florida, but I'm coming at you from Asheville, North Carolina. And so I went ahead and watched another one so that I could talk about something different, just in case. So I did do what Marie was doing, the Boost Your Business, Change Your Perspective, but I did watch somebody, Jen, I don't have the information up, so I forget what her last name is. But one of the things that she talked about is to sit down and think about the top 3 things you're good at in your business. So instead of thinking like, well, nobody wants to book a party and I can't get those orders, what are you good at? And so, and I sat and I thought about this too afterwards for a very long time, and I wrote it down. So like for me, my top 3 things are sharing the love for Scentsy. I am all about sharing Scentsy, all about loving it, like that's it, and I can easily share the love for it. My second thing is being positive. I have so much in my life I could be negative about, and I choose to constantly see the positive and be that cheerleader person. And then number 3 is living the Scentsy life. So live it, the simplicity, the motivation, the generosity, the authenticity. So living by those things, those 3 things I'm good at. And if I'm good at those, then the rest of it's just gonna fall in line. And so I was like, God, that was a realization for me. It was a wow. Like I shouldn't be like, oh, nobody wants to book a party right now because of like COVID, but I was excited about that. And then, stop comparing yourselves. And I know I've said it before, but when we look at Facebook especially, or any type of social media, what you're getting is a highlight reel. So instead of being like, oh, well, I'm not like this person and I'm not like that person and I don't get this and I don't get that, what you're seeing on Facebook or any type of social media is out of the 10 people somebody asked to do a party or to join them as a recruit, and 9 people of them said no, you're getting that one person that said yes. And that's what people are posting about and showing you. So they're not showing you the hard work, the ugly, the all the behind the scenes portion of it. They're only showing you that portion. And then she said a lot of other things, and I could talk for a hot minute, but I'm gonna just put out some questions for you to kind of think about. What does your ideal day look like? What does your ideal work day look like? What's your ideal leader, your ideal team member, your ideal host, and your ideal customer? And if you sit down and think about all of those, then this is most of it is kind of what you want to be. So what's your ideal customer? How would I be an ideal customer? And then write that answer down. What customer do you want to do for you? Like, what do you want your customer to do for you? Same thing about the host, team member, the leader. And then all of this kind of also relates back to you and changes your perspective about when you're looking for somebody to do those things for you. So on the last note, positive people attract positive people, and choose happy. Okay.
Heather, I always love hearing your recaps. It's really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Lynn or Jessica, do you guys want to add something before I stop the recording?
Hey, it's Lynn Helgeson. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying something different today, so I'm just practicing.
Yeah.
Mine is real short and sweet, and it was with that Carolyn Page, because she happened to be the first expo on that leaders portion. And I could probably listen to her all day, have coffee with her, whatever. But the one thing that she told me was that if you think that a product is too expensive, why don't you let the customer decide? And that just really spoke volumes to me. I mean, it was one of those moments where I stopped and I was like, of course. I always think like they're not worried about the Scentsy diffuser because it's just too much for me. Maybe it's too much for everybody, but I stopped when I heard her say that. Let the customer decide. Just tell them about it. Anyway, that's all I have.
Yeah, that's a really good tip. Jess, do you want to go next?
Sure. So I'll stick with my theme from earlier, and I'll give you guys something that I got from the leadership videos. Again, if you're pushing for director, keep pushing really hard because it's totally worth it. But Andy Teeter, which is in Everybody's Expo, says that, and I said this earlier this morning, but she says that anything that ails you in your business, sponsoring is the answer. And for the leadership thing, I don't even know, this might be a secret. I might be sharing a secret with you guys from the leadership stuff, but Tracy DeMario, so I took a whole bunch of notes, and she says to recruit beyond the promotion. So a lot of times we think we're going to recruit, and you know, I actually like the word sponsor better, but we're going to sponsor all these people. We're going to get our promotion, like whatever promotion you're working on, and then we're good. And that's not how it works. You have to continue to sponsor. She gave the tip of checking out the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Make sure that those people are sponsoring too, and they're positive people, because we've heard it 100 times. The 5 people you spend the most time with are the people you're becoming like. Let's see. So she says director doesn't happen by accident. You have to be doing something right to get there. And sponsoring goes back to Andy. Sponsoring is the answer to everything. So I think that's huge.
Yay. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm going to stop the recording, but don't go anywhere.